Hello, I wanted to share with you what your students are seeing. So I'm actually going to make it into a present mode. Makes it a little bit easier to see. This is a content page, a Google slide that I created that will always be at the top of my classes page for your students to always go right to and get information they need. So as you can see, the columns are Zoom link and meetings, my email, office hours, schools PLP, which is the online program we're using, and Schoology. So if we go back to Zoom link and meetings, this is for my creative writing class, but I have one for my English, freshman English class, and for my honors freshman English class. And each of them have a link, a live link that they can just push on that will take them to their Zoom meetings. They'll use the same link every time we meet synchronously. And then there's a password they have to put in to get in to the Zoom meetings. And I just blacked out the password on this so that in case this goes out on somewhere on the mighty web, it's not everybody in the world popping into our little classroom Zoom meetings. So anyhow, so there's the password. They'll see that right under the link, and they'll type that in when it asks for a password. So like for creative, should say creative writing, guess I'll go in and fix that. Creative English meeting times. It tells the creative writing class that they're going to meet on Mondays as an entire class during Bell 1, because that's when my creative writing class is set up, Bell 1, and they'll meet from 8 to 8:30. But that I also have office hours for that class, for Bell 1, my creative writing class, on Thursdays from 8 to 8:30, and they can just pop in. Now, I am going to set up a waiting room in my Zoom, and if you come over here, you will see that it talks about that I have a waiting room right down here. So I do have a waiting room, and that way kids aren't jumping in when I'm talking with another student. And then when I'm done with the student I'm talking with, I will then bring the next student in that's in the waiting room. So they can hop in during that half hour, and I can have some brief meetings just to answer questions for students. They do have coaches assigned, and the coaches are specifically set up to be the liaisons with the students to help them with organizational skills, with what they're struggling, with emotional problems, anything like that. That's what the coaches are for. They're not teaching this year. So they're specifically there for the students to be the liaison to their counselor, to an administrator, to us, the teachers. So they're there for them more often, but definitely they can enter my office hours on the scheduled day. So if your student doesn't have me for creative writing, then they'll get a different bell and time for their English class or their honors English class. But all of that's here, so they never have to search a million emails to find Zoom links and the passwords and the times. This will be there for them. I did include my email here for those of you that are guardians, that if you need to get in touch with me, you can email me there. The students will only message me through PLP. They won't send me emails to my personal email. So it is really important to them that they message me through PLP. It pops up right away for me, and I don't have to go into an email to see if they sent me one. And I will read my emails and my messages from students Monday through Friday during school hours. Outside of that time, I consider that my family time, so I'm there for my family then. Schools PLP, this is just something that they need to get comfortable with because they're going to be on it every single day. That's where their messages from me will be. That's where their grades will be. And that's where all their lessons will be, which is predominantly set up by PLP. I might occasionally throw something in there for them to do for me, but I'm using the curriculum that our school paid for, which is Schools PLP. So that's what they'll be doing, and for the most part, everything's graded through Schools PLP. I will meet with them, though, of course, every week and go over some concepts that I feel might need to be reiterated for them. And then Schoology, they're just going to use Schoology for school messages, announcements, sports, club news, testing information, things like that. So again, I guess the most important thing is, I have the rosters, I have all your kids' names. If they have a 504, if they have an IEP, if they're ELL, if they're on a gifted schedule program, I have all that information, and you can always contact me right here. And occasionally I'll try to send home emails or videos to keep you all updated in what's going on in the classroom. So here we go, new experience for all of us.